2-part reading for this week, but there's huge chunks of it missing. It's very frustrating. So my intention was to finish that reading and then do a live, because I like to do the lives. I get a lot of engagement sort of on the lives, more than I do on my uploads and stuff. So let's pop in with a live reading. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know on the live. I know I'm getting sleepy, so I'm not going to stick around probably too long. I'm hoping somebody comes in. Let's ring the bell, call in our friends. Ringing the bell. Let's call in our friends. Come on in. Come on in. It's a good time. Come on in. Okay. All right. So, while we wait, those of us who are watching a replay, let us go ahead and take a deep breath in. We're going to connect with source energy here. Exhale first, and inhale from your feet to your heart. And exhale. And let's connect to the planet. Connect, breathing up a cord of light from the center of the planet, all the way up through our feet, our legs, our spine, to the top of our head. And then breathe out. And we're going to take one more deep breath in. We're going to activate every part of our being down to the subquantum level up. Activating our source energy from within with the breath, okay? Breathing in. Breathing in. And then breathe out. Okay, dissolving any impurities, hello, any obstructions, any distortions in our energy field. We're calling in our highest selves, our highest guides. You guys made it. Thank you for coming on in. Say hi in the chat if you would like to. I would like to say hi to you. Hello, Bobby. Bobby. We're calling in our highest selves, our angels, ancestors, spirit guides, any kind of entities or divine beings or spiritual energies that you believe in and work with for your highest good. Bring them on in. Okay, we are in a space of protection, pure love, and I heard blissful awareness. Okay, let's go. Let's see. That's hype. Okay, and let's start with some oracle messages. We're going to draw one from each of the oracle decks that I have on hand right now. So we're going to start with the Moonology Oracle deck. Then we're going to move on to the Dark Mirror and kind of sandwich that darkness with mystic Martian vibes. Okay, hello Baron. Hello vibes. Okay, let's see here. 8. Okay, come on. We're happy. We're alive. Let's go. Breathing into your heart, okay, and opening up with trust. Oh, 2 cards. 2 cards. We asked for 1. We got 2. Okay. So here's the first thing. Opening up to trust, I said, and then surrender to the divine. Yes, we're starting with some oracle, and then we're going to get into some tarot. Yes. Okay. So focus on your stuff, or you can put it in the chat if you would like. We're just going to see what comes through. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Okay, that's the star card energy. So you kind of really gotta. We've been talking all night about releasing the past. Okay, and this kind of emotionally invested and yet detached, kind of not exactly aloof, but just like observant and more kind of logical energy that is, you know, in deep analysis. So that's kind of been coming through with a lot of King of Swords and King of Cups energy, kind of both there. Let's read the little manual, Surrendering to the Divine Full Moon Energy. We just had our full moon, by the way. It's giving me like make a wish, bring love into the situation. Yeah, I feel like communicating, and but more importantly than speaking is like listening with the new moon Aquarius. Oh, okay, let's go to the full moon. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed, sorry. But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Hi, how dog, sugar. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. Make a wish, that's what I was just saying. All right, the odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Yeah, we got to hold steady. That's kind of what I've been getting a lot. Sagittarius temperance energy, okay? Jupiter, you're getting what you want and what you've asked for, maybe a little bit more, okay? But it's a lot of Ten of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and like balancing energy. Attuned to the moon, I'm getting the answers I need. Hello. A wish you made may be about to come true. Ooh, it's make or break time, and there could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. Ooh, it's time to let go of the past and move on. This is being echoed throughout the reads. Okay, I'm going to have to redo the one I just did. Okay. The teaching. The full moon marks the climax of the lunar cycle, making this card something of a power card. The full moon is often the time when answers are given to questions asked during the new moon. And pulling this card at any time in the lunar cycle suggests that answers will be coming your way before too long. And how interesting. Bring love into the situation. If you guys, anybody here, could drop a little like on the thing, that would help me out a lot. Just one little like. All right, thank you. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity, Uranus energy. Yeah. So this is the time to move forwards. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends on both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. Do it yourself, right? This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own. Be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Attuned to the moon, explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. All right, yeah. Check your social networks, yeah? Look in your unread messages. Say hi to people that you haven't talked to in a while. Reach out to new people. Additional meanings for this card. You need to be more detached from the situation, whatever it is. It might apply to you. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. So, not too pragmatic, but also more pragmatic. So, there's maybe we're a little bit at a deficit. Sometimes when we go without something for a while, it makes us kind of overdo it. And then improve your karma by doing some charitable work. Yeah. Aquarius is the sign of invention, modern advances and technology, and humanity. Its energy is a little brittle. Little brittle. It's individual, scientific even, and relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because the Aquarius symbol is the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign and is far more about intellect than the emotional water signs, as is this card, no matter when you draw it. Dropping convention works well with this energy. All right, yeah, don't get too caught up in how things are supposed to get done and stuff unless it's like a legal matter. I'm not going to advocate for breaking the law, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you can bend the rules maybe not exactly cutting corners, but taking a new path altogether. Okay, so that was our oracle message from the Moonology deck. Oh, where did I just put those? Let's have these kind of to the side because I want to see them for reference. Let's get a dark mirror oracle card. This is my spooky deck. Ooh, and it gets kind of to the core with some things. Let's see what else is popping up here. In the dark mirror. Okay. For our highest good, though. You know, we get into the shadows to bring it to the light. Okay. Let's take a look. See. Peeking into the shadow to bring something up for its little tender loving moment. Oh, here it is. Alone in the world. 1111. Hello. 6 energy. Lover's energy. Gemini Virgo energy. Okay, and so let's take a look first of all at this card. There's like a nude figure here, feminine form with magenta and white fabrics on like a bench or a chase lounge of some kind. And then there's like something blue here, like a cushion, maybe a scarf. I don't know. And then there's these pillars. She's like in a courtyard or something. Okay, but she's symbolizing being alone or feeling alone in the world. Let's see here. You are not alone. No one is alone. Moon phase, third quarter, stage acceptance. In solitude I stand, in solitude I may shine. The visual seed, so it's going to describe the image. Under the morning light, in a closed and silent court, paved with stones, laced by trees, a beautiful woman sits naked on a precious bench. Many blankets or drapes are around her, in color red and white, like discarded wings. Sentence. I made my home a cloister, my heart a chalice for the faintest breeze, and yet I stand alone. Going dark. Waiting for something to come back. When we parted ways, we promised to each other, I will wait for you, and I will come back. We may have used different words like, it's just for a few months, or a sharper pen like, I don't need you. Still, we are waiting. Mind has lost hope. Body has lost memory, but our heart is still incomplete. It is shrined into a blessed feeling of longing and desire, innocence and hope, but it is also entombed into a well of solitude and distance. It built walls to stall the passage of time, and the walls kept out everything. Will the prince come, or has the world gone silent while we waited? Waiting is a transition. It has a beginning and it has an end. Waiting is the night. Morning brings the sun of a new day. How interesting, too. In the other oracle cards, it was saying, don't wait for something to be handed to you or to happen for you. You have to go and start it on your own and stuff. So it's kind of saying the same thing here. Also, like, out of practicality, we can build up our boundaries, right? But then we end up like, we can overdo it and become overly closed off and not allow or invite things in to bring us new experiences and help us grow and heal and or give us the joy that we were actually wanting the whole time. So that's interesting. Alone in the world. Maybe think about self-sabotaging behaviors and stuff. Those are things that we need to look at and accept in an honest way, okay? Not in a dragging yourself down, beating yourself up kind of way, but like just matter of factly detached, like the Aquarius energy was kind of saying. Okay. And one more oracle card, and then we're gonna do like a Celtic cross because those are super fun for me. Okay. The Mystic Martian Oracle. Okay. I like to do the voices. To me, it's fun. Let's see what pops out. We're going to tap into the weirdest frequencies, the strangest, highest, most magnificent, interdimensional, cosmic energies. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. We're doing some weird stuff. Okay, hey, look at it. They were already at the bottom of the deck when I first pulled the deck, but then, like you saw, I was shuffling it around some. We've got the Alpha Centaurians, foresight, planning, strategy. This has been coming through a lot tonight. We had Two of Wands. We had New Moon in Aries earlier. And yeah, so that's a lot of planning energy. You've got a lot of ideas, 22 in the chat, okay? Hi, sweet bulk. Hello. Alpha Centaurians reside at Centaurus constellation located between Lupus and Vela constellations. It is said that Alpha Centaurians will only make contact with humans during specific cosmic timings, and only with humans that have developed enough conscious awareness to not agitate the higher violet frequency bandwidth they are accustomed to. Sources suggest Alpha Centaurians are intolerant of disrespect and overly idealized fantasies that are not in keeping with natural law. They stand about 5.5 to 8 feet in height, with a humanoid appearance and some aquatic type features and organs. They have webbed fingers and toes. Their flesh is usually pale bluish, with a soft, smooth, scale like quality. Many have long hair. Their eyes are large in proportion, bulging and roundish. They usually have an athletic build. Visitors typically wear simple, flowing clothing. They are very straightforward and direct communicators when negotiating, yet always respectful. All Alpha Centaurians are vegetarian or vegan with a strict diet. They also cannot bear Earth's intense sunlight. Some Alpha Centaurians occupy small, deep ocean regions on Earth and are often associated with Agarthan USO phenomena. They are highly advanced and are strong allies with Syrians, Pleiadians, and Venusians. So, since we got the upright card, we're going to read the upright card meaning. Strategy, negotiations, speculation, tactics, foresight, hindsight, designing, planning, schedule, time management, focused, direct. Very King of Swords again. Okay, pragmatic, yes. Okay, but also deep in our feels. Okay, and what was it saying? Can't tolerate no disrespect. And sometimes, like, we've got our bullshit meters set to extra, to hypersensitivity mode, not to where, like, I mean, I think that's kind of where the walls come in, you know, from the last card, the Alone in the World card and stuff. Yes, we built the walls to keep ourselves safe, but also, like, it's like, why do we want to deal with people that are going to disturb our peace? If we're going to have anybody come through the gate, over that wall, or whatever, or through this ultraviolet vibrational frequency, you know, they got to be at that level already to do it. You know, they got to have the key to get through to this palace in the first place, you know, let alone getting into this courtyard. You know, they have to have an invitation to be here in the first place. So that's what it is. So, like, don't feel too bad. Like, maybe there's certain, I'm getting hangman energy. Maybe you can broaden your perspective. You can kind of see things from a different angle and stuff, and that can allow you to kind of soften a little bit. But, you know, don't tolerate any disrespect. Also, you know, make time for for socializing, especially if you are feeling lonely or like isolated from people. Make time to connect with others. Make it a part of your plan. You can go and look on like Meetup or Eventbrite or whatever for like things that are happening in your area. Things like that. You can look on the social media pages. You can look on like oftentimes like a municipality or a region, a county or something will have like something on their website about local events that are happening and stuff, and just go mingle, say hi, call a friend, have them come with you, some, yeah, you know also, goose gander time management, yeah, schedule, pencil in some fun and uh good connections. That's kind of what I'm getting there. So especially if you are feeling lonely and isolated. Okay, now let's get tarot cards. Now, this is what we're really here for, is some tarot. But we wanted to get some oracle messages too. Let's see how this all comes together. Which deck are we going to use? I want to use my Spirit deck again. I was just using it. Let's use it again. Alrighty. I need to organize. Somebody please one little thumb up. Just one little tippy tappy. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Please help me. Five of Pentacles. Okay, and I heard 8 shuffles. I'm getting like tingles on my right side. I feel like somebody's guides are here with me. Doesn't feel like a negative presence, maybe a little bit of like some funky energy, but even if it is that kind of a presence, it has something to say, has something to share. Okay, here's a 3. Somebody's, I feel something else over here. Oh, and okay, I'm gonna call this 5. We're going up to 8. Knocking on the holy gate. 6. 7. I gotta loosen up my shoulders. One more. Okay. Alrighty. 7 of Wands, the mummy. Protection, yes. Standing our ground, yes. Tradition, Intuition with the cat, the feline guardians around, yes. 4 candles lit, reminding me of 4 of Wands. So this has to do with the home, with your community. So there could be like, could have been conflict there, but it's all stuff that has led you to this transcendent state. This, you 23, you've gone beyond it. Strength card, the Manticore. I'll show you. Leo energy. Hey, solar plexus. Taming our fears through joy is kind of what I'm getting here. Joviality. Even a Manticore deserves a good day. The Knight of Cups. Okay, this is our challenge, our obstacle. Okay, I think getting clear on what we want. Okay, not bargaining or selling ourselves short is what I'm getting with the Jinn energy. Okay, why does he look upset? Dissatisfaction might be something that's coming in and stuff. Things that are challenging for us to accept when we are doing our best to be sincere and open. Okay. Page of Swords, communication, subconscious influence. Okay, younger or less mature. Air sign or air energy. This is Libra card here, so maybe not thinking things through, but being led fully by our intuition here and stuff. Not being guided. We don't want to be guided by fear and stuff, but there are big changes that have been occurring. Surrender to the divine with the full moon card. Okay, full moon there. So we are surrendering. We are in a state of surrender. Let's make it blissful, as we said earlier. Blissful awareness, blissful surrender. Hey, the Manticore, joyful. in the recent past. Nine of Wands energy, again, protection, hesitation, okay? Energy, Scarecrow is, keeping things away from the field, right? Just by its mere presence. Its assemblage is frightening to certain types of pests, okay? And Ace of Cups. This is our aspirational card, okay? Our hopes, wishes, goals. Ace of Cups, we want a new beginning, heartfelt, heartful, yeah, heart opening. Ace of Cups, giant whale. Looking for our dream whale. Okay. Again, the deep waters coming through. I'm hearing rising tides. I hear changing tides. Okay. Ebbs and flows, highs and lows. Near future, resurrection with the sun card. Oh, hot Leo energy again. 100, keeping it 100. Okay, 10 to the 10. Resurrection. 19, the sun. Joy, inner child energy. Solar plexus, but also sacral, because that is where the inner child is, like, that energy gets stored and stuff. So childhood wounds are going to be there, and yes, in the solar plexus as well, because this is where, like, we have our sense of our personal power and our confidence and stuff. Two of Wands, this is your energy that you're contributing to your situation right now. Okay? Two of Wands, you're opening. Yes. Yes, you have a clear idea of what you want, or it is becoming more clear with your actions. Stuff, you're seeing the pathway being built before you as you step forward. Very cool. Okay. Oh, I'm hearing honor the elements. Okay, this is elemental work that is being done on your behalf to move you forward and to help you gain the, I hear, benefits and rewards that you seek or are working towards. Okay, so because I was drawn to that through the volcanoes here. So you want to respect nature. Okay, take time to respect nature. Respect your cycles as well and stuff. Recognize the signs when you're about to blow your top. Okay, and then let's funnel that energy towards, motivating us towards our goals. Okay. Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands. This is Lilith, the mother of demons, as they called her. But let's take the Queen of Wands energy. So this is like the external energy. These could represent another person or other people, but it's an energy that is going to help bring out a very vivacious, creative. I heard sultry. Hello. Okay. Aspect of yourself, side of yourself, something to bask in. Okay. So kind of basking energy. Maybe some of you are Basque. Okay. Hi. Basque folks. Okay. So we've got a lot of fire energy because we've got the wands. We had Leo was the first card with the strength card. So that's a lot of fire energy. I'm getting a lot of energy in my left side on my hip. Okay. I'm not sure what that's about. But earlier I was mentioning like the pelvis as a center of creativity, fertility, instinct, and intuition. Okay. So and the left side is the feminine side of our body, corresponding to the right side of our brain where we get our creative ideas. Okay, so sun energy with the phoenix, wands, and the wands underneath everything, and the 9 of Wands too. So we've got a lot of fire energy. This is all about action. This is all about drive, motivation, inspiration. Okay, so yeah, the external energies are contributing to your Queen of Wandsness. Okay. Advice? All right, let's balance things. Okay, Queen of Cups. Earlier, I was talking about the Star of David and how that shape is, it's made up of the two triangles, right? So the upright triangle represents the fire, and the downward triangle represents water. Fire and water coming together creates steam. They generate energy. It generates energy, and it's also the symbol not just of like Judaism and the Hebrew religion and all of that stuff and culture, but it's also connected to the heart chakra and stuff. So balancing out all of this beautiful, fiery, passionate energy with your true, tender, loving, caring soul, okay? Tempering it together, okay? Giving yourself an emotional release of some kind and nurturing yourself, nurturing these ideas, mothering them, okay? And, I'm hearing getting rid of jealousy, clearing jealousy, okay? And our outcome is Page of Wands. So I get the pages, especially in this deck, as a kind of initiate energy. So an apprentice energy, yes, initiate energy and stuff. So even if you've gotten your graduate degree, like, or undergraduate degree and stuff, you could go back to school and you could do it again and stuff. And you can go for another 4 years and get an even higher degree or certification of some kind and stuff. There's always more to learn and stuff. So yes, you've been in this area of mastery with like and that's been rising. You went from the knight to the queens and back to the page. Okay, so all right, and then the king of pentacles is just beyond that. Let me draw, and the lovers is underneath the seven of wands. So it's the succubus card. So Queen Lilith too is connected to succubi, incubi energy and stuff, as she is the mother of all demons and stuff, and she wanted to do things her own way. Um, so just be careful about things that are draining to you, okay? Even if they feel good or seem pleasurable or like a positive choice in the moment, if it's taking from you in terms of your motivation or your patience or whatever it is and stuff, then the cost is too high, okay? Because you've got a lot that you're working on. Let's see the outcome here. I'm going to shuffle 6 times. I'm going to draw 3 cards and a shadow card for the Page of Wands. Necromancy, I don't know, because that's the figure of the card is a necromancer. Aries energy, we had new moon in Aries earlier too, and so that's like Mars. Okay. 8 of Swords underneath, overcoming our fears. I love this 8 of Swords, by the way, because it's a beautiful Pegasus with like a rainbow in the background. You can't hardly see all of those vibrant, beautiful, luscious colors, but it's like neon fuchsia pink on the mane and the wings and the hooves, and bright colors on the rainbow there and stuff. So it's like, get over it. Just go. You're Pegasus. You're flying through the air, okay? Think more positively. We got that with new moon in Sagittarius. Here's the King of Pentacles again, Leprechaun. You are lucky. You've got luck on your side. New moon Sagittarius again. That's Aries also, and Taurus. So we've got double Aries energy represented. We've got some Gemini energy represented. 3 of Swords, getting over the pain of the past. Okay, and again, we are tapping into those really weird but magnificent energies, okay, that are taking us beyond our everyday experience, okay? Even a 3 of Swords moment is something that can bring you closer to the divine. Hey! Ooh, closer. Investigating our wounds and our traumas and our karma and all of that stuff can reveal our true purpose, our divine nature on this planet. Okay, so that's crazy. And even from beyond and stuff. Okay. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. I love the Queen of Swords. It's my card. Okay. We got Virgo and Libra. This is like the time that we are in right now. So it's like being an embodiment of everywhere that you've been. This is kind of giving me world energy right now, warrior energy, warrior princess Xena energy, but she's the queen, okay? Higher perspective, transformed consciousness. Um, I'm getting Wonder Woman also from that. Okay, let's see. One more card for the Queen of Swords. One more for the Queen of Swords. Queen, 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 Queen of Swords. Queen, Queen, Queen of Swords. Four of Swords reversed. So coming out of the healing phase, okay, coming out of this isolation and stuff. So let's look a little bit more at our Queen of Cups. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm going to shuffle 5 times when it says that it's done. And then I'm going to draw 3 cards. And we're done. Okay. King of Cups right there underneath. Okay, and one more for the Queen of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. So working, staying focused, keeping at it. Zombie. Okay, so yeah, maybe something to revive yourself and stuff, especially if you've been focusing on your pentacles and your practical stuff. Remember, we don't want to get too pragmatic with stuff. We have to do we have to keep ourselves emotionally supple and moist. Okay. 10 of Cups, appreciation and gratitude. Okay, fulfillment, abundance. You know, this is a lot of love energy. This is also about the monsters lurking beneath the surface. Okay, so yeah, look at the things that come up for you in emotional times, whether it's positive or negative. Like if there's something good happening and then you're having these like thoughts about like some shit happening that shouldn't be happening or whatever, like, or that would really suck, like really examine where does that come from. Take a look at that. Okay, Page of Pentacles energy, Baron Samedi. I've been having this guy on my mind. He's one of my favorite figures that I've learned about recently. He communicates with the other side. His energy is really, to me, is similar to Papa Legba. It's not the same figure, but I wouldn't be surprised if he worked closely with Alewa. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Alewa found a kinship with him in some way, shape, or form. And this is one of the spirits that I feel very connected to as well. This is about, yeah, communication. This is about learning new modalities. Um, so, transformation and healing again with the snake energy, which is also connected to the Medusa energy. One more card, Seven of Swords. Yeah, ow, manipulation. Ooh, distrust. Ooh, strategy though. Strategy on the bright side of things. Strategy. Okay. All right, so Queen of Cups. Yeah, we have work to do regarding our deep emotional wounds that might have to do with uh, lost loved ones. I say that because Page of Pentacles, Baron Samedi, he talks to the dead, um, and feeling like manipulated or something, like getting over some sort of hurt from those things. Five of Swords, forgiveness. Yeah, that was rough. Could have been even potentially humiliating. And, you know, let's not sugarcoat it. It sucks ass, okay? And you have every right to even feel remorse or regret if you feel like you did anything or you gave too much, even or like even for allowing it shit to go down that way when you saw the red flags, or you know, you feel a certain type of way for misinterpreting things or whatever. Like, don't do that too much, okay? You gotta give forgiveness to yourself. You gotta give yourself the compassion and that space to release it. Okay? And then the Ten of Pentacles underneath. You solid. You solid. Okay? Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Big changes. Okay? And the changes can stir up emotions, even if they're positive changes. And just take it as it comes. Stay steady, stay grounded, make a plan. Don't let yourself get into the isolation mode. Okay? Do whatever healing that you need to do, and try and meet up with a friend every now and then. Okay? Or just talk to people while you're out and about. Yeah, connect. Connect with yourself, connect with nature and the elements, and connect with the people in your community, in your vicinity, in your family, in your household, whatever it is. Okay? I'm going to send you guys some energy. Okay? If you're open to the energy. Sending you source energy. And this is also energy I'm feeling from your guides that's coming through. And of course, you can also receive this anytime yourself from them. Okay? But maybe you don't always allow yourself. Great. I'm seeing like a frosty, purpley, sparkly sphere of light around you guys. Yes, keeping you safe, but don't be afraid to let things through, okay? Trust that if it's coming through, it's at the same frequency, okay? And sometimes things that are meant for us are still going to bring up something yucky or that doesn't feel great, because it's like a magnet. It's pulling it out, and it wouldn't hurt if you were getting something pulled out of you by a mag. It wouldn't feel good. I mean, if you were getting, you know what I mean? If you were getting something pulled out of you by a magnet, it wouldn't feel right. Okay? But it's not going to literally happen that way, but there's like a force that's going to be drawn of it, that's expressing itself through experience, that is drawing things out of you that you don't need anymore. It's giving you the opportunity to really look at things and examine them and release them, okay? But do so tenderly, with love, with care, with understanding and compassion for yourself and everything that's going on, okay? I'm hearing roses. Give yourself your flowers, okay? Every rose has its thorn. Okay, and what else? Anything else? I see a diamond. Pressure, intense pressure. That's what creates diamonds. Out of the most common stuff of the universe. Diamonds, yes, they are more common than we have even thought before. But they are also still very precious, still very useful, still very beautiful to look at, to have, to think about their creation and those processes that bring them into being in the, yeah, okay? And I see sunlight, so utilize the morning sun. We had that referenced in the Dark Mirror Oracle, the morning sun. Utilize the morning sun. 5 minutes facing the early morning sun, like before 10, before 9:30, let's say, on your forehead. It activates your pineal gland. Also, Superman pose, hands on your hips, shoulders back, chin up, with your feet shoulder width apart. Activates your solar plexus to start and your gut to start producing serotonin, a feel good hormone. So when you combine those two things, morning sun, Superman pose in the sun, okay, that's setting you up for a great fucking day. Alrighty, let me see here anything else. Because we started this Celtic cross off also with the Leo energy, and we have the Phoenix card, and we have so much Wands fire energy. So you got to work on your confidence. And it also, that time in the morning sun, that at least 5 minutes out there, it also resets your circadian rhythm to something that's more beneficial for you, will help you get more sleep. Because you're probably up late if you're from the States. I'm seeing birds. Pay attention to the birds. If anything, just because they're cute, but also birds are frequently messengers of the divine, of the spirit world. And over time, you can develop a knowing of what they're telling you and stuff. You can also pay attention to the kind of bird that it is. You might inadvertently get into birding, bird watching, but what I mean is like the different birds have their own symbolism that come with them. I'm seeing flowers like hibiscus and oleander. Both are very beautiful, but one is a healer and the other one can be toxic. Okay? And the oleander smells sweet, so watch out for things appearing nice and sweet and beautiful, but they can be harmful. All right, that's just a little warning. And hibiscus is good for you, especially for the Sagittarians and the Sagittarius energy. Yeah, I heard lagoon, lake. So go to a body of water of some kind, even just like creating that essence in your space that you can do that in. Going to the park, I'm seeing creature from the Black Lagoon. Like there's something with lagoon energy. Okay, maybe there's like a restaurant or a place with a fountain, or there's like something. Let's see one more thing. Okay, so I'm seeing selenite, and I have my little wand. I'm going to shake my little wand at you. Little energy of the selenite wand. Increasing, raising your frequency. Okay, and that's all I can think of right now. I'm not. I could keep going over and over again with extra little tidbits, but I have to get ready for bed. I'm pretty much there, and I have stuff to do too. I appreciate you guys that have stayed for the majority of the reading or that are here at the very end. Peace and blessings to you. Unconditional love to everybody who tuned in, even if just for a second. You'll probably be able to catch this, if not later, on what is the date? The 15th of September, if not later during that day. Then you will be able to catch it on Tuesday, probably. Okay. If you subscribe to my channel and you turn on the notifications, it'll show you when it pops up, and I'll post something when it pops up if you guys are interested in catching it. Okay, for those of you who made it to the end but didn't catch the whole thing, or if you did make it to the whole thing, awesome, high five. Okay, now that's it. I gotta go. Mwah! Have a good night, sweet dreams. Okay, 11:33. Bye.